lot of ground to cover this morning here on the KGB. At some time this morning, I have to tell you Corey's ass story.
Oh, God.
Corey's ass story where the quandary was, do we stick it back in or cut it off?
Stick it back in.
Listen, you folks in the audience, you call me. You call me when you think you're prepared for it. I'm not going to drop the Corey's ass story bomb on you on the first break. I'm not going to do it.
That's strong medicine, David.
You know,
I'm not up for it.
We heard the story yesterday like at noon, and it was hard to take.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drop it on you at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's the kind of story that stays with you. I don't expect to ever forget that story.
It's the kind of story. Shelley Boyer and I were in the studio here yesterday, and one of the guys we work with, Corey, was in here with us, and he told us this story, and we were all just absolutely twisting in our chairs. Particularly the part about, should I stick it back in or should I cut it off? It's Corey's ass story. You tell me when you're ready for it. When I get enough people who tell me that they are prepared to hear Corey's ass story, I'll bring it to you. Secondly, I have to ask you this, audience. Stop sending me boob emails.
What's that?
Emails with links to websites where if you move the mouse, boobs are doing crazy things.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, it's way too distracting for me. Okay? I've gotten like half a dozen this week.
Yeah.
There's some kind of bumper crop of boob websites right now.
I like that.
You want to see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I haven't
Let me
seen
swing
it.
the monitor.
Right.
Tell me when you're ready for me to move the mouse.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, and you think I'm not going to play with that all day? I'm totally going to play with that all day today.
Wow.
So you got to stop that. And then thirdly, I don't even want to tell you what I did last night. Here, I thought I was being cool.
Yeah.
The girls went out shopping to the mall.
Right.
Arranged a little shopping trip for the girls.
Sweet.
We're the only, I don't know. The only thing I insisted on was that I didn't have to go.
Right. That was your stipulation.
So you'd think I'd sit home and I'd watch a game or something like that?
Yeah. You went to the pageant of the Masters?
Worse.
Oh, no. You stayed home with bikini wax?
I watched Clorktasia last night on TV.
Fantasia, you idiot.
Jesus.
Why didn't you call me for support?
Are you my sponsor?
Yes.
Are you my idol sponsor?
Yes. I was there for you not watching American Idol, not watching that stupid Island Survivor show, not watching anything fun and good. I'm here for you.
I just had like, here's the thing. The girls were very excited about going shopping, okay?
Sure.
Been planned out for a few days.
Yeah.
And they're very excited about it. And so, I blew it. It was my fault. It's one of those things where, Chainsaw, you know what this is. You remind your kid of something that they totally want to do that you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And why are you reminding him of it? You know what I mean?
To get them out.
So that you can make sure that you have some alone time when they go do it?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Haven't you ever reminded your kid of something that they wanted to do or see or go to that you just like were so hoping that they would forget about?
Oh, yes,
and
right.
then you do it anyway.
Yeah, you do because you feel obligated to them out of
right.
fairness against your own best wishes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They were so excited to go shopping last night.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like 5:30 and I'm rolling them up to the mall and I said, Car, you're going to miss American Idol tonight.
Oh.
was the end of the world. It was the end of the world.
Two great things to do in one night. What's she going to do? What
Yeah.
did she say?
I said, you wanted to go shopping. I can't miss American Idol. My life will cease to exist as I know it. Tonight's the last night, Dad.
Yeah. Were you requested to TiVo it?
And I said, well, it's probably too late for you. Isn't it like a 2-hour special? And that's when I got this fairly new to our house look of, are you the stupidest man who's ever walked the face of the earth?
Right.
Now, I don't watch the show.
Yeah.
And yet somehow I had in my mind that it's a 2-hour
Right.
finale.
Well, they've been talking
Dad,
about it.
it's a half-hour show,
Oh.
you idiot.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Except you were right.
We're good at that by saying you're an idiot and then being wrong by our own corrections.
And, of course, it's a 2-hour finale, and I was right.
Yes, you were.
So there were phone messages, home, TiVo it, make sure you get it. In fact, you should hear this message. Yeah, you need to hear this. I'm waking up the family now, but I don't care. It's a bit.
Daddy, sorry you're tired, but we had a quarter hour of the film.
What kind of look do they get?
Hey, that bed you're sleeping in is paid by this.
Guess you better get used to that look, though.
Hey.
Hi, thanks for calling. Mailbox 1 new message.
Check this out.
Hey, Dad, don't forget to TiVo American Idol for me, please. I'm pretty sure it's on at 8:30,
No.
but I'm not positive, so not one check. And it's on Fox, and I'm pretty sure that's channel 388, but I'm not sure. I'm just kidding. Don't make fun of me. No, Allie, that's on regular TV. So it's on Fox, and it's somewhere in the 300s or 200s. I don't know. Okay, bye. Do you want to leave a message? Oh, okay.
Do I want to leave a message to myself? Yeah. No. I think it's on at 8:30. It's somewhere in the 300s.
Maybe the twos.
Time wrong, channel wrong,
Figure it out, Slappy.
everything wrong.
For clarity, you called from the mall to give that message to yourself, so when you got home, you'd be remembering, right?
She called. Give me your phone right now.
But you were in the background with her.
I was driving.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't guarantee that I'll get home and remember to TiVo this thing. Not only did I remember, I sat there and watched the damn thing. And I thought
The
the other
whole
kid
2
was better.
hours?
No, I didn't. I watched like the last, I think I watched like the last hour.
You thought DeGarmo was better than Fantasia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched, I specifically watched the last 2 songs.
Mm-hmm.
They both sang like a big power ballad.
Right.
And I thought I guess it was a foregone conclusion that Clunktasia was going to win.
Fantasia, you idiot.
But I thought the other girl was exceedingly better.
That's her wheelhouse, is the power ballads. Overall, I think Fantasia, it's hands down. But the irony is, last night's Coronation was the worst of all the shows because it's like a big halftime Super Bowl show. They're over-singing, it's overproduced, they're overhyped. I like the whittling down part with the judges and Simon Cowell's comments.
2 hours.
2 hours, it was ridiculous. So what I did is I went online, found out from the East Coast at 7 o'clock who won. Thanks, I don't have to watch the show. The person I had picked from the very beginning won after all.
Yeah, you and Simon.
Yes.
You both picked
Yes, he's a rude bastard, but I agree with
Tuja to win that thing.
Fantasia, you idiot. He's a rude guy,
He is.
but you know what?
He's a jerk.
He's
well,
very
he serves his-
accurate, though.
Well, he's very accurate. I agree with him. The industry needs guys like that, and
Yes.
he's true to himself in that he's a guy that normally would be in a room and having people come in and he would tell them the blunt truth. Now, in a public forum, that is completely antisocial and rude, but they put him there for that purpose because it's so incredibly rude. The
I
other
know.
two are cheerleaders, and Simon, true to himself, didn't even stand up during the performances. He barely stood up for the national anthem. Did you see that?
Yes.
They had to kick him up about.
So apparently you did watch.
I just for the anthem.
Yeah.
I walked through for the anthem. Yes.
I don't know. Yesterday,
I know.
during the news, you were
guilty,
saying,
guilty.
I didn't watch it. And yet when Shelley was talking about a comment, I watched it and I know that was about such and such. You remember that?
Because my
Right.
wife had given me the recap about those.
Sure.
Well, I believe the comment was, I watched it. I know it. I mean, you were getting very passionate about it.
Well, I don't know. We could play the tape, but I recognize the voice and I know the exact sequence of the songs. My wife gave me the exact
Right.
play-by-play. And I have seen all the shows up to the last two because I stopped watching the coronation stuff. It's like a big Oscar show, Super Bowl halftime show. The pageantry crap, I could give a crap.
I couldn't believe I was watching this and they were cutting away to stadiums
Oh,
where, I don't know if they were doing tricks or not. It sure looked like they had stadiums that could hold 30, 40,000 people and that they were full. Now, you and I know from our movie making experiences that you can trick that out, but it sure looked like they were panning around and these were full stadiums in the hometowns of these girls, and they were full.
I went to bed at 8:30, so I did watch snippets of the first half hour.
Yeah, people are into it.
And in North Carolina, Fantasia's people are there, and in Georgia,
Yeah.
the people down there was a stampede in North Carolina. They opened the doors, and that place was packed. It is mania. They had 65 million people vote for the dang thing.
Yeah, it is just a runaway smash hit, and you know what this means? Next week they're going to do another one.
Right.
They have to.
Oh, and this one lasted 40 weeks. Ryan Seacrest said at the outset.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too long.
This episode was 40 weeks long.
He said that this competition was 40 weeks. Now, I don't know if they showed all 40 on TV, but I remember this going back months. And I saw Fantasia come out the first day in Hollywood. She's saying, let's give them something to talk about by Bonnie Raitt. And I said, that's your winner right there. That girl's got it.
You're quite a talent, Chainsaw.
It's just fun to watch the talent whittling process. That's what fascinates
Right.
me, is to see all these people and pick the best one. And after that, I don't want to hear them sing
See, it's
anymore.
not fun for me because I didn't watch enough of it
Right.
to get into it. And I'm watching it last night going, I don't think she's the winner. I thought she was lame compared to the other girl.
They screech in these. They
They do.
They pack more people in than normal. It's no longer a nice, intimate venue. They over screech, they over sing, they overproduce, and it's just it's like a halftime Super Bowl show.
Well, I'm watching this Flopfisha, and I'm going, okay, you're an Aretha Franklin wannabe.
Yeah.
Really.
Actually, during her more calm moments, when she wasn't so overamped up, she did a terrific Aretha. Not facsimile, but she stood toe to toe.
So I'm right, she's an Aretha wannabe?
Well, the way you say wannabe is like she's a second rate.
The song I heard was an Aretha wannabe.
Yeah. And that's usually a disdainful way to say it. And I agree. It was probably crap.
Only because I didn't enjoy her performance.
Yeah, it was probably crap.
Yeah.
That's what I read from your review, that it
And the
was
other
crap.
girl was good, I thought.
That's her wheelhouse, is the belters.
Yeah.
She's going to be good on the cruise ships. the blue hairs are going to love her.
right.
Uh-oh. I think they have kind of bigger dreams than that, Chainsaw.
Bill, are you with me here?
Yeah.
You're going to have to let me know when you're ready for Corey's ass story, okay?
Okay.
I know you're not ready for it yet. Because you're not ready to know if they stuck it back in or they cut it off. Oh. Anyway, what's on your mind, bud?
Hey, Dave. The song you played about 6-ish, before the Tom Petty song, was the opening song. Was that the Babies?
No, it's not. And every time I play that song, people call me
Yeah.
and ask about that.
Sounds
It's-
like John Waite and the Babies.
It does, but it's not. It's he's.
Who is that?
I wish I could even say the guy's a one-hit wonder, but I don't even think that song was a hit. The guy's name is Jude Cole,
Jeez, I'm way off.
and it's called "Baby It's Tonight." You never heard of the guy before, and you never will.
Where did you hear that song? How do you even know of it?
My experiences as being a DJ, it was a fringe. You know, we played it for a couple weeks at some radio station I worked at, and I just always liked the song. And
So
every time I
one-
play it, people call and say, "What is that song?" Assuming that you like it.
You have the ear for talent. You're a Simon Cowell.
I
Do you know that?
don't. I don't. I have the worst ear
Oh, no.
for hits. I have the worst ear for hits.
I think it's pretty good.
Very good, Dave. Thank you much,
Thank you.
and have a good one.
Yeah, no, my horse last night on Idol lost.
Had you been watching, you might have thought Fantasia overall had more talent.
I don't think I could have possibly chosen Clucktasia.
It's Fantasia. You
Blortasia.
What is it? Blorktasia?
Ortasia. Yeah.
I just...
And kudos goes out to you through all of this, Dave. Usually you would go 1, 2, 3 different names, but you've come out with like 47 different names for Blortasia.
Thank you.
In the last couple of days.
Thank you.
That makes me laugh every one of them.
The urgency of my daughter to have to watch this show last night, and it's been that way every night that it's been on.
She and tens of millions of Americans.
No question. I mean, it is possibly the most popular television show on right now.
It's unbelievable.
Well, there hasn't been much else on, though, lately.
That's true.
And when they get 65... the whole Friends frenzy?
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? It stood toe-to-toe with Friends. I mean, if they had put... Imagine if they had put the finale, last night's show, up a couple weeks ago on the finale versus Friends. And I didn't watch the Friends finale.
I would have gone American Idol. They wouldn't do that. Neither network would even sign off on doing that, and they didn't. But I would go with Idol at this point. Man, it's just a phenomenon. And I like Ryan Seacrest. Did I say that out loud? I think he's very
Yeah,
talented.
he's good. His little interview show that he does is pretty good, too.
This is just lost on me.
Yeah, I mean,
Lost on me.
If you're out of the loop, it's like clang, 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 you know?
It just reminds me of all the beauty pageants growing up that we had to sit through, and it wasn't. This would have been like the first week out of 40.
Yeah.
You know, that you're watching that level of talent, and it just makes me go numb.
Yeah.
You know, every
I'd
once
rather
in,
hear Corey's ass story.
every once in a while, there's a show on. And when you do what I do for a living, sometimes you don't want to watch that show, but you watch it
have to.
anyway, so you know what people are talking about the next day.
Exactly.
Right.
And I know people are going to be talking about American Idol today. I know you are.
Geez, you couldn't watch any of the entertainment-type shows last night. Every
all
single
over.
one of them, like 15 out of 30 minutes, they're talking about
Now
Blortasia.
it's just
All
so...
the networks, I have never seen other networks covering a rival network's show
Right.
like this. Every once in a while, it's like, oh yeah, you know, they talk about Friends, or it was the end of MASH, or whatever. But every network has been covering American Idol. Rival networks.
And if they got 65 million calls, I wonder how many actual viewers they had
Well,
last night.
Well, you
have
got to
to think
assume
a lot.
people are calling dozens of times.
Right.
Repeat call, yeah.
But Blortasia's picture on USA Today is bigger than the terrorists that we're looking for.
Oh.
It is.
It's Schlocktasia, you
Blortasia,
idiot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on,
I
get
keep
it
getting
right.
Wrong. I mean, the level of coverage is amazing.
Shelley, you know how you hear a song on the radio and you love the song, but once it becomes a huge hit that everyone likes,
Yeah.
you kind of said, I liked
Done
it
with
better
it, yeah.
when it was back when it was cool.
Right.
That's kind of the way I feel with American
Did you
Idol,
just say
because
that?
now it's so overhyped and over red carpet Super Bowl halftime showified.
What are you talking about?
I'm done. It's now too big for its own britches.
What is?
American Idol. I'm off.
So you're off it now.
Well, now it's over.
Now that Simon Cowell's comments are over and I know who won, get him out.
All right, this is the song the guy was talking about earlier today. He thought it was John Waite.
That kind of sound like John.
Guy's
pick,
name is
Simon.
Jude Cole. As Baby Is Tonight. From the Clear Channel World Domination Headquarters in Mission Valley, it's KGB and KGBB. Karen, you're on the 101, the 103. What's going on, girl?
Good morning, Dave. How are you?
Better now that you're on the show.
Oh, I'm so glad. I just want to let you know that I have this album. It's the I Wear My Sunglasses at Night album. The Jude Cole.
That's by Corey Hart.
Oh, God. Boy, do I have to keep it down. I was all excited because there I'm thinking, oh shit, I have this.
You can't say that on the air.
Darn it! Which one did she use?
The Essie.
Oh, okay. That one's hard. You know, in a couple of days. We
It'll
won't
be
worry about that one yet. I don't know if I caught it.
After John Kerry gets elected, that thing will go away.
So.
Oh, yeah, we'll just be effing this. and
Have a
effing
great
that.
day.
Well, then I might vote for him.
There you go.
Yeah, if Kerry gets elected, we're going to be saying that a lot.
Yeah, but Democrats don't care if you say it.
I don't think anyone's got that album. I don't know that Jude Cole had an album. He might have had a little one.
One single.
Yeah, he might have had the 45. Remember the little records with the big hole in the middle of them? Yeah.
How about the EPs? Remember those?
Yeah. All right, sports update time. Here on the KGB, it's the Chainsaw. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody. In the sports world, the Padres got hammered in Colorado last night, but before they did that, they lost a baseball game to the Rockies 13-6. But as has been the case for the better part of a week, the Dodgers did the same. Monkey see, monkey do. Win or lose, the Padres and Dodgers cannot separate themselves and remain in a virtual tie atop the National League worst division. The Dodgers lost 2-1 in Milwaukee. They are now 24-20. The Padres, 25-21, play the rubber match in Colorado today. First pitch, 12:05 our time. No television. A rarity in baseball now connects two generations.
I don't get it.
In 1980, Gary Ward hit for the cycle for the Minnesota Twins, collecting each of the four kinds of hits in one game: single, double, triple, and home run. Last night, 24 years later, his son, Darrell Ward, hit for the cycle for Pittsburgh in the Pirates' 11-8 victory in St. Louis. The first father and son combination to hit for the cycle in Major League history. Although it should be noted, Darrell Ward's sister and pre-menopausal mother had their cycles together just the once in August of 1999. Isn't that interesting? In the 117 years of Pittsburgh Pirates' existence, Darrell Ward's cycle last night was the 23rd in franchise history. In the 35-year history of the San Diego Padres, nobody. Although earlier this month, our Padre right fielder had his chance to make franchise history.
Brian Giles, the batter. One home run away from the cycle. He's got a single, double, triple. He needs a long fly ball, and he needs to send that baby out of here. He'll be pedaling home with a cycle. Here's the 3-2 delivery to Brian Giles. And that's ball four. They walked him. Brian Giles trotting over the first sack. Brian Giles still got training wheels on that cycle. Walking home to tell mama.
What does that mean?
We don't know, but superstition theorists contend that had MLB.com announcer Bud Schlitz, who you just heard, if he'd had his typical 8 beers during that play-by-play sequence instead of just the 2 that you heard, Giles might have hit that home run after all. But alas, no Padre player has ever single, double, triple homered in the same game. Meanwhile, in the National Bat.
Anyway, so being Jewish is actually a great thing because there's 10,000 holidays and you never have to go to work. It's like just call in holiday. Hi, I can't come in today. It's Chach Day. That's right. Well, it's like 3 weeks long. We have to fast for 4 days. All right. See you in June. Okay, take care. All right. Boom. Bye-bye. My mother grew up in New York City, and she's one of these Jewish women. She thinks like Jewish people are perfect. Jews never do anything wrong, and there's no Jewish criminals. It is pathetic. Like when they picked up David Berkowitz, the son of Sam on Long Island, I thought she was going to have a heart attack. She calls me up 2 days later. Adopted! Talk to you later.
Sketball Association. The Detroit Pistons defeated the Indiana Pacers 85-78, take a 2-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Lakers lead the Western Conference Finals 2-1 and can take a commanding 3-1 lead if they beat Minnesota in Game 4 tonight. 6:15 on TNT live from Staples. In other sports, David.
Got email from Dr. Schotener. I'm not sure if I'm actually quite sure I'm mispronouncing his name. But he's a dentist. And Chainsaw, if you would be able to stand by with Bud Schlitz's trademark name. He says, Dave, I've got this problem. It all started a couple months ago when legendary MLB.com announcer Bud Schlitz began calling the games our new and beloved San Diego Padres. See, Dave, it's not that he's doing a bad job or anything. I've just been seriously affected by his voice. Yes, it's true. I can't stop saying, I've got season tickets, and all I do at the games is count the number of players until is at the plate. Dave, sometimes my jaw aches from saying so often. My face droops to one side, saliva is seen emanating from my masticator glands as I speak the Bud Schlitz dialect. I can't stop saying come to think of it, maybe I don't want to stop. Any suggestions on exercising the that lives inside of me?
No. Poor guy.
I can't either. I'm in the same boat. Yeah. Every time I see the guy's name.
It is 6:50 and 5 seconds, and this is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
And you know what it is for us? It's the joy of witnessing the birth of a new puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings tears to your eyes.
It does.
It's one of the happiest days of our lives when we see a new successful puppet be born into the show.
Or are those tears or just the spritz from the can?
Very exciting. Bud Schlitz. You know, I may be wrong. I think those are actual tearaway tops.
Yeah.
I think Bud Schlitz is old school.
Yeah.
And somehow he has found beer cans with actual tearaway tops to them.
Right.
He probably stashed those like case after case in his garage.
He hoarded them. Yeah.
And now enjoys them today.
You know what we ought to do?
Many of
We ought to
them.
contact MLB.com.
Yeah.
Somehow track this guy down
Right.
and get him
Yeah.
on the air for an interview because we don't know that much about the guy.
No. In
No.
fact, we've never heard him do play-by-play on any other player.
That's right.
In the entire baseball profession.
Right.
Right.
National League, American League, any other team. Except for...
Brian Giles and occasionally his brother Marcus Giles.
That's it. He seems to have
He's on the disabled list now, so just Brian Giles.
He's got an affinity for them.
It's like he has an exclusive contract to announce them up to bat always.
I'm not sure.
Maybe if they're involved in a play. Yeah.
Because I've never watched a game. I've never watched a streaming game on MLB.com.
Yeah.
You know, I watch pods on Channel 4.
We just don't know that much about the guy. We get the feeds, and we're amused by them, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's about it that we know. Yeah.
And it always
Interesting.
seems that every time that Bud Schlitz is doing the play-by-play on
MLB.com.
and the particular player,
Brian Giles. Sorry about that. Missed my cue.
he happens to hit a...
Single, double, triple, homer?
No.
A long fly ball. God, I don't know my own bit.
And that baby always seems to be...
And that baby, out of here.
All right. Well, I'm with you, Doctor. Here is Carlos on the KGB. What's going on, Carlos?
Dave,
What's
how's
up?
good?
What's up, buddy?
My girlfriend thinks I'm very annoying because we watch all the Padre games, and every time he's up to bat, it's Brian Giles.
You say that to her, and she gets annoyed by that?
That's the only way I can say his name.
Okay. Can we call her?
Can't pronounce it any other way.
Can we call her and just have Bud Schlitz say it to her and see what she does?
Sure.
Hang on. Emily's going to get the phone number from you, okay? Stand by. Get Carlos's girlfriend's number, and we'll just call him and have Brian Giles, sweet talker.
I heard it from several people, including Mojo, just the other day, that when Brian Giles comes up to plate at Petco,
Oh, you hear it?
you hear it sprinkled all around.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And Mark Grant even did it the other day.
He
on
did
Channel
it.
4.
Yeah.
Hey.
Grant dropped the Bud Schlitz puppet.
Wow.
Life of his own.
All right, we'll get Carlos's girlfriend on the phone, and we'll have Bud Schlitz, sweet talker. First, here's Route 66.
This is our job. Brought to you by Sleep Train Mattress Center. Slow traffic around a wreck northbound side of Interstate 5, right at La Costa Avenue. But most of the traffic's headed southbound. From Cassidy off and on slow to Palomar Airport Road, then from La Costa Avenue heavy to Manchester. South 15 is the usual slowing in Escondido, and then another pocket of brake lights around Carmel Mountain Road. North 805 slows in the South Bay from the 54 off and on up through North Park. Then from Balboa to the 52. Westbound 94 slows from 25th Street into downtown. Not Soak City Water Park opens this weekend. San Diego County residents get in for just $17.95. The kids 3 to 11 are always $12.95. Just minutes from downtown San Diego. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave, Shelley, and Shane Sun on the 105 KGB.
All right, here we go. You ready, Carlos?
Yeah,
What's her name?
Veronica.
All right, stand by.
Ooh, she sounds hot.
I just love that name.
What a color Roddy like on the Archies.
What a way to wake up. This poor woman.
I know.
Hello,
Hi, is Veronica there?
this is?
Veronica?
Yeah?
Hi, stand by. I have a telephone call for you. Stand by.
Brian Giles better. Here in Veronica Ballpark. Brian Giles.
Veronica Ballpark?
Veronica Steele there. Brian Giles better. He's got none nippers on the app. Brian Giles. He's got a single, he's got a double, he's got a dibble.
He's got a what?
And we'd like to see him in a long fly ball and smack that baby right out of here.
Veronica?
Yeah?
I got Carlos on the phone.
Yeah?
He tells me to get mad at him every time Brian Giles comes up to bat, and he says,
He does. He does.
and you don't like that?
No, I think it's funny, but over and over.
Brian Giles, Brian Giles, Brian Giles.
Thank you, Veronica.
You're welcome.
Okay, that was stupid, but that's what we do for a living.
You are correct, again.
You can make the crowd go away now. There you go. Thank you. This is KGB. All right, I got some kissing and making up to do here. Hang on a minute. My girlfriend's all mad at me.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
What's the matter?
Huh?
What's the matter?
Apparently I didn't compliment him enough on his hair. In fact, I was making fun of his hair.
Oh, your biatch. I didn't know who you were talking about.
My girlfriend.
Oh, got it.
Promo.
What happened to his hair?
Huh?
What happened to his hair?
Well, he went to Malin yesterday.
That's when I saw him with a hat on this morning.
Well, yeah.
That's the
That's the
point.
thing. The guy goes to a world-class salon and he stuffed his head into a hat.
I thought you only wear a hat when you have a bad hair day.
Exactly.
He never has the hat off. In fact,
Yeah.
Malin had to cut the hair around his hat.
He didn't want to, but
But I knew he was going to Malin's yesterday. And he comes in here this morning and he has his hat on. And I could tell he got a haircut because he doesn't have the whole Larry Fine thing sticking out from the bottom of his hat. And I said, hey, you went to Malin's. How'd it go? He goes, oh, the guy did a great job.
Uh-huh.
And he takes off his hat, which apparently he put on the minute he left Malin
Yeah.
and slept in it.
yeah.
He said, I got up late, it's all messed up, but he did a great job. And he took off his hat, which he's been wearing for 24 hours, and he pulled his hair straight up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you sure? And he's all sensitive on me. Hang on. And he's going to pull the
pouting.
sensitive card on
I
me,
know.
and I'm not going to take it from him.
Don't.
Good.
Like he combed his hair with an egg beater.
But he's going to try and pull that sensitive card on me this morning. I'm not going to let him do it. Oh, he's not even going to answer his phone.
What a baby. Jeez. He's worse than any girl at all. I know.
He really is.
Yeah.
You know, I told him, I said, listen, I've got women in my life. I don't need you doing this to me. Oh, this blows.
Jesus, when you go to the salon, you got like 24 hours of fabulous hair at
No
least.
kidding.
Go
And
run and
who's-
see if he's there.
And who's the bigger puss? Who's the bigger puss? No, dude, Jane.
Now you got two biatches out of control.
I already got people running him down. He's gone. Okay. Who's the
Well,
bigger
he's a man
puss?
of action.
I guess. Who's the bigger puss? Him for getting all bent about his hair with me? Or me for getting all
Karen.
bent about him getting bent?
Yeah. You know, you ought to just walk by and
We
throw
might
him
as well be lesbians.
Yeah.
Throw him a
that's
20.
true.
Here you go, doll face. Go buy yourself something pretty.
Well, I already walked down to his studio and I said, are you really getting all sensitive with me? Because first of all, it looks like crap. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. I'm not sorry. It looks like crap because you're not trying.
True.
Don't put a hat on a perfectly nude dude.
No.
Is she in there? All right. Don't be such a puss. I know I am.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to go take a shower. What's up?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was crunch time.
Well, no, I didn't get a chance to take a shower last night.
Oh. How come?
I just came home late and
What are you doing all day?
working on getting a car and all that kind of stuff.
You getting a new car?
Yeah.
What happened to your old one?
I still have the old one, Ruth. I just got to get out of that darn thing.
Oh. That's a nice car.
What, the Mustang?
Mm-hmm.
No, I made a mistake getting it 3 years ago. Darn it.
Okay, well.
Anyway, Malin did a fantastic job. That guy does wonders, man. You ever been to his place?
No, never.
No, I mean...
How do you think you know the guy?
Remember the day
Bromo.
of beauty that we did?
That
Broma,
place-
how do you think you know this guy?
No, he's been here, but I'm talking about, have you ever been there?
Remember?
Yes, we all
Yeah, we
have
all
been
went.
there.
Well, that was my first time yesterday. That place is a palace.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Lovely.
Everybody that works for him is hot.
Yep.
Oh, brother, here it
No,
comes. Here it comes.
They all have boyfriends.
no, I know that, Ruth.
Oh, wait,
Who do
let
you
me
wanna
guess.
show?
Let me guess. Lauren.
No, I just say no.
Lauren?
They're all hot.
Oh, nothing about Lauren Bromo?
Well, yeah, she's hot, too.
She's the youngest.
No, they're all hot. The one that worked on me, Laura's hot. They're all
She
hot.
is.
And
What happened with Lauren?
No, nothing.
I'm
Nothing.
not asking you.
I was talking to him on the phone last night,
Talking to Emily.
and his first comments, so that Lauren chick, I'm like, she has a boyfriend. Well, but she's,
But she's
and he just gushed over her.
Hey, look, I have a date this Saturday.
What?
Whoa.
What's his name?
Wait.
With a girl?
I'm still trying to figure out if it's a date or not. And
Look,
she's hot.
Look, I know he cuts hair really well, but you don't need to change lifestyle.
He's taken. Malin's already taken.
He'll take an appointment, dude. You don't have to date him.
Oh, shut up, boy. It's with a girl.
Who are you going out with?
I don't even know if it's... I don't even know if she considers it a date or not.
So,
Oh,
does she
God,
work here
this
or at a
again.
golf course?
Boyer, she doesn't work here or at a golf course.
This again. I don't know if it's a date or not.
She's a listener, and
She has a boyfriend.
I don't know if it's a date. Yeah, she has a boyfriend, doesn't she?
I don't think so.
Maybe a
No.
husband.
Dave, you've met her.
Okay, who is it?
Well, you met her. I don't want to... Shut up, Boyer!
Who is it?
Dave, can you take me off the air real quick?
All right, you're off the air. Go ahead. I knew it.
What?
Oh, dude.
What?
What are you doing that for?
What do you mean, what am I doing that for? What?
What are you doing that for?
Doing what for? We've been corresponding through the email quite a bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. I mean,
Boyer, what does that mean?
live it up.
What
No,
does that
sir.
mean,
No,
Boyer?
I'm listen. Here, I'm telling you. Just have fun, live it up, get everything you can out of it. Okay.
Well, no, I like her personality through the email. She's really cool.
Okay. Did you hear what I said? Well, you've met her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Right, okay, so just, did you hear what I said?
Yeah?
Have fun, live it up, get everything out of it that you can.
Yeah, but I kind of screwed up things last night.
Did you?
Really? Already?
What'd you do?
Me and my big mouth after 3 or 4 martinis.
What'd you say?
I probably said way too much.
What did you say?
I don't know.
What did you say?
Way too much.
Like what?
Like, hey, you know,
Like I love you?
No.
Getting clingy
What?
already?
I have a bad...
Will you marry me?
No. I just have a big mouth sometimes.
What did you say?
I think I said something like, what are you doing later on? Come on, why don't you come on over?
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like 10 o'clock at night.
You haven't even had your first date. And you... And what did she say to that?
Yeah, chicks love it when you ask
I
that.
think that she used everything in her power to try to get me off the phone. Like, I don't think I could get off the phone last night. I just kept babbling. You know how I am when I babble?
And Bromo tends to do that.
Yeah, really?
What do you mean, Emily?
I called him one night. No, he called me at the end of a Padre game to hoot and holler or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was obvious he had enjoyed some drinks while watching the game. And it's like 10:15. He's like, you want to come over? I'll make you dinner. We can have a drink.
Well, you've done it, though. You've gone to his house after Padres
on a
game
Sunday afternoon.
for dinner and drinks.
Emily, I was...
Not
Have
at
you
10.
guys hooked up? Come on,
Not
seriously.
at 10:15 on a work night.
Have you hooked up?
No.
Come on.
I thought you were Dave's girlfriend.
No, I'm her father.
Right.
Your father.
right.
Okay,
They've changed their relationship.
changes week to week, sorry.
Yeah.
My status is always changing. Have you hooked up?
No.
Has there been attempts to hook up?
No.
No.
Has
He
there
does
been...
get touchy-feely with girls when he has drinks.
No, no.
Like, yeah, Shell, you understand.
Limo?
No.
No,
So he got touchy-feely with you?
this was when we had the first drunken barn dance, and he was, passed out with his wallet open.
Oh, my
And then-
God.
Was I at this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then when he regains consciousness, he comes back over and he sits near Check on I, and he's just rubbing his hand on her arm.
Oh.
I
He never
swear,
remembers.
bro.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't remember.
Time.
Huh?
I say I take offense to that big time, Emily. You're like my sister. I would never, ever.
You can touch your sister.
Why would I make it up?
I did invite you over, for dinner, just to hang out, to be my friend. That's it.
Just pretend
you-
you're from Kentucky.
10:15
You,
on
you
a work
invite her over at 10:15 at night?
on a
A
work night?
weeknight?
Well,
Dude, you just a minute ago admitted that was the wrong thing to do.
well, with this other girl, yes, but with Emily, she's just my friend.
You think Emily should come over at 10:15 at night on a work night?
Just to hang out, yeah.
Work night? There's only one reason you invite a chick over at 10:15 on a work
But
night.
you know what?
And that's to work it.
Bromo, he's got a
right.
point. That's
No, he
damn near a
doesn't
booty
have
call.
No, I don't look for
All right, can I tell you
booty
something? Can I tell you something?
calls. Shelley?
And I know you won't believe me on this, just like you don't believe me on anything.
What?
Gosh darn it.
Women take that differently
Yeah.
than the way you're intending it,
Well, I'm
okay?
telling you.
I'm telling you that women take that differently than the way you intend it. I know you intend it as very sweet, very friendly, very guy, but women take it differently.
I don't look for booty calls. I don't need booty calls.
But we're just telling you how
you
women.
don't.
I'm wasting my time.
No, you're not. I don't look for booty calls.
I know,
Why
but
not?
just listen.
Send yours my way.
Kevin, you're just stupid.
Oh, thanks, Shell.
No, I'm kidding. I was just.
Oh, man, you are so sensitive
Yeah,
today.
you really are. I'm kidding
Screw
you.
Shelley for calling me stupid.
You're being so
I
sensitive
call
today.
everyone
Call me
stupid. Just ask
really.
Boyer.
That's great.
You're being awfully sensitive today.
Well,
Now, I made fun of your hair because you got it done by mail-in, but then you stuffed it into a hat and slept in it all night, and then took off your hat and pulled it straight up. And I said,
I'm gonna go fix it right now. I'm gonna take a shower.
okay, cool. I want to see it when you get it all styled up. And then if you call me at 10:15, I will come. I will be there.
You'll have a roll of
You
toilet
better
paper
have
napkin.
banana fish in the oven.
Hey, look, I don't look for booty calls.
Bromo,
Why
we
not?
know you don't. We
I called
believe you.
Emily. I called Emily because I enjoy her company.
Right, and we
And
know
she had
that.
been over my house like a week earlier.
At 10:15
Emily?
at night on a work night.
I just said, "What are you doing? Why don't you come on by after the game? The game was over." I said, "Why don't you come on by? Why don't you come on by?" That's all. Emily.
See, now he's all upset with you.
Well, geez, I mean, Shut up, Ruthie.
Do you need a Midol or something today?
No, I'm not. Maybe I'm a little nervous because I have a date on Saturday. Now I've screwed that up.
Maybe it's not even a date, though.
Well, probably not.
Asking her to come over.
Let me hear you say interrupt.
Interrupt.
Hey.
Interrupt.
Nip interrupt.
Okay, already. I don't know. I probably screwed that up too. Darn it.
Nice moment yesterday. We're shooting a scene in the movie yesterday.
Yeah.
Can I talk about Sean, or is that secret?
Sure, no, go ahead.
Okay, Sean Cox, who was Miss World Class a couple years ago. Easy, big fella. Okay. You've already.
Oh my God!
Look, you've already made your soggy pants well known to her. Okay.
Why can't I catcall?
Oh, Jesus.
Because she's married with 2 children.
Can I tell the story or not?
She went 3.
We're shooting the scene yesterday for the movie, and Sean is in the movie.
Right.
Oh my God.
Jesus, Bromo.
She's perfect, man.
Okay, we
Get it.
and Chainsaw calls out action, and the scene requires Sean to be walking in this room, and Bromo goes running out and says, "Gosh, you're perfect,"
You're perfect.
and just blew the scene.
My God.
Blew the scene.
I didn't see the camera. Where was it?
What was he supposed
It was
to
in
say?
one other room, and she was supposed to
Well,
enter
what do you
from
think
the
she was
hallway.
doing? Hanging out here?
She was in the hallway, and I hollered action from inside one of the
couldn't hear
rooms.
that, Chainsaw. Sorry. I never.
Gosh, you sure are perfect.
And as she comes into the room, you can hear Bromo from the outside, and Sean is saying, "Sorry, Chainsaw, we're going to have to cut because Bromo just complimented me when you said action."
Yeah, she was just here cruising for boredom, dude.
So where are you going on your big date that you don't know if it's a date?
I'm not going anywhere. She's coming over to my place.
Ooh, first date at your house.
Wow. That's a brave girl.
I think that's a date.
Must
I don't
really
think there's any denying
How
that.
can you not call it a date?
I just don't know. It was through an email, and then I.
How can you ask a girl out, she says yes, and you don't know if it's a date? Come on, it's a date. Everyone knows it.
Except for me, and then I called her.
You want me to call her and see if she knows if it's a date?
No, because I don't have her phone. I think I left her phone.
Oh my God!
Oh, I got her phone number. Darn it!
And I guess I have to give it to you, darn it. Look, I'm not going to call her. It's a date,
don't
trust me.
call her. I don't have
It's
her
a
phone
date. If
number.
she's
I don't
coming
have
to
her
your
phone
house,
If she's going to your house,
And don't
it's a
call her
date.
at 10 o'clock at night, whatever you do.
Hey,
Jesus.
Ruthie, she called me back, okay? Is that okay, Ruth?
Oh, who made the first call?
Oh, I did?
What time?
Inappropriate 7:30.
All right, that's cool.
And so she called me back, Ruthie. Is that all right?
At what time?
Well, yeah, it's okay. She called
Yeah,
you
don't call her.
back.
I can't. She called me back, Ruthie.
But it's not okay to ask a girl to come over at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, that was kind of dumb that I did that.
You're the
So
one who
thank
said
you.
it, not us.
I just said to come on over and hang out. That's all. I'm not looking for a booty call.
Why not? You make it sound like it's bad.
Well, it's bad if you're acting like I was making a booty call with Emily. No way. Emily and I are friends. That's it.
We understand that.
Well,
Our
no,
only
no,
point,
no.
I know, our only point was that women look at that differently.
Well, Emily, she's like my sister. She's not a woman. She's like my sister.
She's not a woman.
Wow.
She's not a girl,
Not yet.
not yet a woman.
Wow, that's very sweet,
Thank
Bromo. You are just a lady killer.
She's very much a girl, and she's very much my friend, and that's it. I would never, ever, ever think anything more.
That I'm trying to bone.
I'm not trying to bone Emily. Liar. I'm not a liar, Boyer. You're the one that's
Chainsaw, stupid.
Hey, Boyer,
That was
you're the one
Chainsaw.
that's all over Emily. Your hands all over.
That was Chainsaw. Okay, that was Chainsaw, not Boy.
Sorry, Chainsaw, but Boyer's always all over Emily in the office.
That is true.
That is so true.
He is. Boyer has creepy hands.
And he's
Yeah.
always making-
Creepy hands? Creepy as in
tickly
they...
hands.
Creepy as they sneak around or creepy as in gross?
I'd say both.
Okay.
and he's always making sexual innuendos around Emily, which
That is true.
is disgusting, Boyer.
Really?
And I've never, ever made one... Well, maybe...
How about the time you demonstrated your numerous masturbation practices?
That was to Boyer. You know, it's okay to do that to Boyer.
Was Emily
What?
there?
What?
Was Emily
She had
there?
her back turned.
Was Emily
She
there?
had her back turned.
She had her back turned. She was recoiled. She was in the fetal position crying.
Was Emily there?
Yeah, kinda.
Huh.
Kinda.
It was innocent little things that I was telling Boyer. I was just
Innocent?
Yeah.
Why is it the boy such a creep, and yet when you demonstrate vocally with soundtrack your numerous masturbation habits, that it's innocent.
You know, these are all techniques that all guys have shared.
I've
never done.
Really? Is that what you boys do? Get together and just talk about your
I've
different
never
positions?
done any of those things, Shelley. That's what we talked about.
I don't know. It's a new world for me. I'm a girl. I don't get to hang out
Wait a
with
minute. You
boys
just said
in their
all guys
private
do
world.
it, and then you said you never do it.
No, we were just talking about different ways of...
I've never done that in my life.
You know, it's a father-son talk.
I've never sat around with my friends. Bob, how do you whack? Never.
Are you an over-under guy? Or are you around the horn? Do you,
What was the musical one, the Beethoven?
And I'm not kidding. And I'm not one of these guys who says, oh, I don't do it, because all guys do, and everyone who says they don't is a liar.
Right.
But I've never sat around with my friends and discussed techniques. Ever.
No.
Maybe you're not thinking hard enough. Maybe there was a time that you're just forgetting about
Well, we are fully clothed when we're talking about it.
Oh, good.
It's not like we drop our pants.
That's great.
Check this out.
That's so... At least he whacks to the classics.
it. It's so cultural.
That sophisticates it up. You're so Hamptons.
Boyer.
Oh, my God.
No.
So what are you going to do on this date with this girl?
Well, I promised her...
Banana fish?
I...
What are you going
I
to do?
promised her a sunset and a martini. Although it's been gloomy lately, there won't be a sunset, probably. But there's still a martini
Yeah, it'll just
involved.
hang up there in the sky till midnight. hell are you talking about?
I think it means you might not see it.
Oh, okay.
You know that.
I
Come on.
promised her sunset and martinis and then Saskas.
Oh, good.
So you're taking her out for dinner.
Good.
I even said Shelley might be coming over. And now that I've been blabbing my mouth too much, maybe she might not come over now. I don't know.
So what are you trying to invite Shelley over as a second? Maybe you'll get a limo and get lucky if this one turns you down?
Get it back up.
Why are you bringing another chick over?
Well, Mike and I were going to go down there.
Yeah, they were going to come over anyway, you boo, Boyer. I would invite you over, but you never come
When is this happening?
Saturday. And I really like this girl. I like her emails a lot. She's really in, and I talked to her on the phone yesterday for as much as I can remember. She's really smart and funny.
I'm feeling Saskas is going to have a good business on Saturday night.
Yeah, you know, it's a train wreck. Everyone show up to see Evel Knievel crash into the Snake River Canyon
It's
again.
a train wreck. I'll be smooth.
Oh, okay. What are you going to do that's going to be smooth?
That's a first in
Well,
franchise
Go ahead.
history.
Tell me what your smooth plan is. Go ahead.
I'll have my hair all duded up.
Duded? Will you be wearing your hat?
No.
What?
No, the only reason I'm wearing my hat today is because I didn't take a shower last night.
Oh, really? I thought the only reason you're wearing your hat today is because it's daylight or something. I don't know.
No, I'm very proud of my hair. Malin does a fantastic job.
Well, why'd you put the hat on?
Because I told you already. I haven't taken a shower yet.
But he washed it, didn't he? So your hair was already clean and styled.
Yeah, thanks. But when you go to sleep and you sleep, you have bed hair.
Yeah,
Put the hat on.
Yeah. So
Don't you get that?
okay. So aside from having your very cool hair all duded up, what will your smooth moves be?
Well, I'll have a martini waiting for her by the time she gets here.
Right.
That's good.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Does she like
And then,
martinis?
Maybe have a couple beach chairs set up down by the bay.
Nice.
Yeah. Go out there and watch the. If it's not sunny, watch the clouds.
Watch
Or watch it get dark. Yeah.
Look at the sky.
I'll have a sweatshirt for her if she gets cold.
Good.
If she wants to meet my fish.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Well, she's had a fish before.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Boy, unique woman.
Banana.
Oh,
You guys have something in common, huh?
we've talked about our fish together.
Uh-huh.
She wants to meet my cat. She has a cat.
You gonna bring a fish over for a play date?
Let's put him in the aquarium together. Let's swim around. Huh?
Anyways,
Does she have a penis on her chin?
I got a penis strapped to my chin. She's a very attractive gal, and I'm still trying to figure out if it's a date or not. I don't know.
Come on.
How about
It's a date.
Okay, then after the martini and after hanging out at the bay, we'll fold up the chairs
It's a date.
and we'll walk across the Saskas. And if Shelley's with us, we'll hear the and we'll sit down and have dinner. And I'll order for her. I mean, I'll ask her what she wants first.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, no, I'll say, what would you like? And I'll order for her.
That women love that. That's a great thing to do.
That's a great thing. A lot of women get impressed by that, right?
Yeah, it's really
Some
smooth.
do. Some don't like it.
Well, if you ask them first.
Well, I'll
yeah,
ask her first.
absolutely.
If she says, I think the halibut looks good, I'll say, okay. What would you like with it? Rice? And then I'll say, she'd take, I'll order for her.
That's good. That is smooth.
And then maybe one of those gay chocolate martinis afterwards.
Oh, those are good.
I've never had one, but maybe that for dessert or whatever. And then
When does she load her skirt?
this gal doesn't load her skirt.
How do you know?
What do you see in her?
She has too much class to load her skirt.
What do you see in her if she doesn't load her skirt?
Well, a lot of things. She's really smart and funny. What?
I was just repeating what you said. Smart and funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'm happy for you.
And very nice-looking gal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't wait to meet her. That'll be fun.
She's very attractive.
Very attractive.
You sure she's not bringing her boyfriend?
I don't know, Ruth. She doesn't have a boyfriend, I don't think.
But you don't know.
No, I don't think...
Well, even if she does, you have to assume that she's, free to date because she's accepted this dinner invitation from you. Any woman knows that this
Exactly.
is the only person on this earth who doesn't know if this is a date is you.
It's a date.
It's a date. Feel confident, okay?
I don't know.
No, it's good. You
So
just
how?
be confident. Puff her chest out a little bit. You got a date with a hot chick who's funny and smart.
Smooth, dude. Smooth. Come on.
Yeah.
Dude.
Prepare yourself
Smooth.
to have a good time.
He's Brian.
I'll be there when she wants to come by. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine. Just get in your head that you're going to have a great time and you're going to be smooth and she's going to have a wonderful time and you'll have good friends nearby, We don't have to sit at the same table with you guys if you don't want to.
No.
I mean, just whatever you want to do, however you want to handle it.
Smooth. Okay.
We're going back there because this is where we had our first date.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I know, it is romantic.
Very
And so we want to sit in the same booth if we can.
sweet.
I know, I think it is too.
I'm nervous, though. I kind of screwed things up last
No, you
Well,
didn't.
what did you do other than invite her over at an inappropriate hour?
We just talked.
Well, what did you say?
We just talked.
You're not going to tell me?
No, not really.
Have you heard
What?
from her today, email-wise?
Yeah, we've been emailing each other.
All day today?
Well, she just got up.
Okay.
Do you want to tell me what you said that was inappropriate? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
Not on the air, though.
No. Right, well, that kind of ruins the radio show part. I'm sure you'll be fine, buddy. You'll be all smooth.
Absolutely.
Duded up hair and everything, okay?
And if it doesn't work out, I'm sure Sean Cox will be on the prowl.
Hey, Sean Cox is perfect.
Okay, gonna let you go. Go take a shower, okay?
I'll
wish
take
I
the
could date
camera.
We are way low on gas, Cougar. Chainsaw Sports is next. This is KGB.
I'll be right back. KGB.
We're on the KGB. Dave Shelley, Chainsaw. Here now with this update, live from the sports desk on the 101. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, Dave Rickards, Shelley Dunn, Chris Boyer, Ruth on 66. Hello again, everybody, in the sports world. Adam Eaton and the Padres got clobbered in Colorado 13-6 last night, but hang on to a share of first place because, as usual lately, the Dodgers do what the Padres do. The Dodgers lost at Milwaukee in the bottom of the 12th inning when L.A. third baseman Adrian Beltre made an ill-advised throw off a Brewers bunt attempt, hit the base runner over by first base, The ball bounced away, and the winning run came all the way around from second to score.
Yikes.
Beltrade throwing it all away to make Dodger manager Jim Tracy look ridiculous.
She threw it all away just to make me look ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. Lighten up, Francis.
The Dodgers are 24-20. The Padres are 25-21. A virtual tie for first place, and the Padres and Rockies finish out their series today. 12:05 our time. No television. College football news. After player recruitment, booze, and sex scandals, the University of Colorado has reinstated suspended coach Gary Barnett. More good news for Barnett. He has also been hired as Kobe Bryant's pimp.
What? Brother, now I've heard everything.
What are you talking about?
You listen to me, Cookie. I'm on to your game, okay? And it ain't gonna work.
I'm just saying the guy totally skated, that's all. Just like Kobe will, I'll betcha. Meanwhile, in the National Bath...
Hey, Debbie, right?
Yeah, hi.
Ron.
I'm sorry.
Hey, no apology necessary. This is only your second day here. You probably met a million people.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, why don't you come out to the condo this weekend? I'm having a little get-together.
Oh, that's so nice, but I'd feel uncomfortable not knowing anyone.
No, you'll know everyone there.
I will?
Yeah, let's see. I'll be there, and you'll be there. And that's all I'm inviting.
Oh. No, thanks. I have plans.
Come on, spend the weekend with me. It's casual. I mean, as a matter of fact, at home I wear nothing but a robe.
I hope you're joking, because if you're not, this is highly inappropriate.
I hope you're joking, because if it's not, it's highly inappropriate. What the hell does that mean? What are you, a lesbian or something?
Get out of my office!
Shit, you're all the same. You're not even that pretty. I just wanted to do you.
Oh, security, and I'm suing you and this company!
Whoa, wait. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll come over.
When you've done something wrong and know it, apologize. It helps ease tension in the workplace, and it helps you gain respect by admitting your mistake.
Brought to you by the Business Council on Health for free brochure, right? Bucks for 47
Basketball Association. The Detroit Pistons defeated the Indiana Pacers 85-78, take a 2-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Lakers lead the Western Conference Finals 2-1 and can take a commanding 3-1 lead if they beat Minnesota in Game 4 tonight, 6:15 TNT, live from Staples. Once again, Kobe Bryant will be flying back from Colorado, where he'll be in court today. MSNBC reports that evidence from the prosecution's own laboratory could support a defense theory that Kobe's accuser had sex with another man only hours after she said the basketball star raped her last summer. So apparently she wasn't that upset. The chief prosecutor, when he realized his own lab results were helping Kobe, was quoted as saying,
with the fact that the guy gets the benefit of the doubt anyway.
Yeah. And he's a hero for flying back in a luxury, jet for 45 minutes and then playing basketball. So,
how do you get from L.A. to godforsaken Colorado in 45 minutes? It always took me 2 hours.
Yeah.
How is that?
They're calling it 45 minutes.
I don't know how they're doing it.
That's pretty quick.
That's way fast. It takes me 45 minutes to get to Vegas.
Maybe Learjet?
Well, do Lear jets really fly more than twice as fast as commercial jets? I don't know, because I'm a schlub who does not fly in a Lear jet.
You are correct, sir, yes.
What do I know about it? Me, dumb Polak.
You're an idiot. I sincerely hope you do not represent the future of this country, because if you do,
we are in sad shape.
742 flat. This is your 101.5 AJB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Here's Route 66.
Thank you so much. Brought to you by Sleep Train Mattress Center. Slowing around to crash northbound side of 15 before Camino del Norte. Southbound 15 has the usual slow traffic as you leave Escondido, and then some brake lights at Carmel Mountain. Northbound 15 bunched up from Balboa to the 52. South 5, your North County coastline slows La Costa down to Manchester. North 805 slows from the South Bay from the 54 off and on up to the 94, then from Balboa to the 52. Westbound 94 heavy from Euclid off and on into downtown. West 8 slows Jackson Drive to Fletcher Parkway in La Mesa. Westbound 52 heavy from Mast up over the hill from Sante. If you want to see Mei Shun, the adorable baby panda, you better hurry. He's growing up fast. Only at the world-famous San Diego Zoo. Visit sandiegozoo.org for the viewing times. I'm Ruth 66 with DSC and the 101.5 KGB.
I know.
What?
Oh, jeez. Well, I was asking Chainsaw, how does a guy make a 45-minute flight from Denver to L.A.? Because when I used to go back and forth between Denver and Southern California, because I used to live there.
Right.
And it's 2 hours. And I know he's in a Learjet and all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten phone calls and emails from people going, Dave, duh, you idiot. You ever heard of a time change? I got it.
And you lived there how long?
Yeah, so going out, well, wait a minute, you're not believing him.
What?
Just because there's a time difference doesn't make the flight shorter.
No. But when he gets there, he's gained some time, right?
I understand that, but what they're saying is it's a 45-minute flight.
Oh, that's
I'm not
wrong.
measuring the time.
Got it.
Okay? Just because you're flying from east to west doesn't make the flight faster.
Exactly.
But apparently, I'm too stupid to know that.
Stupid.
That's just a good tailwind, Dave. You get the jet stream and you are cooking.
I love it when people write, duh, stupid. Man, are you stupid?
And they all told you that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've had several that have said that to me so far.
Well, it does clarify. It's a net 45, 145 in the air. Yes, it does not shorten the
It doesn't
length of
shorten
the
the flight. No, the stories they've been telling us is it's a 45-minute flight.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's not because of the time difference.
Took us 8 hours to get to New York once, right?
Yeah.
And none to get from there to here.
It was instant.
Right.
It's amazing.
Cool.
Next time I fly to New York, I'm going out over the Pacific because it's a lot quicker going that way.
Going the other way.
There it is.
You can get there a day early in some cases.
Well, you can fly enough times around the world, and you've saved up a few extra days for your vacation.
You can say hello to President Lincoln if you go fast enough.
You know, we were talking about Sean Cox earlier today, who is a former Miss World Class, and you can be Miss World Class now because KGB and O'Doul's are hooking up once again. It's that time of year for San Diego's most beautiful women to represent KGB as Miss World Class 2004. Here's what you get if you are the ultimate winner. An elite 3-burner grill on a deluxe cart. And if you do win, I'd like to marry you because I want that grill. That's courtesy of Barbecues Galore.
Sweet.
And LA Spa, courtesy of the Home Resort Superstore in Oceanside. A Fat XR50, courtesy of the Fun Bike Center. A Santa Ana pool table. What are you going to do on that pool table? Courtesy of Olhausen Billiards Game Room Superstore. And a full set of Lady Pinseeker golf clubs, courtesy of Golf Mart. So let me see. You got the XR50, you've got golf clubs, you've got a grill, and you got a pool table. Yes, please marry me now.
You're totally hot.
God, this is perfect.
Jeez.
No wonder you're Miss World Class. You'll also be immortalized on our poster that we do every year, and you'll represent KGB for a year with paid appearances around San Diego. That basically makes you a professional model if you aren't already. The first qualifying round. Here's the excitement, girls. I know you've been hearing from Mr. Romance all morning.
Yeah.
You can meet up with Abramowitz and get a phone call at 10:30 tonight.
You want to
Inviting
come
you over to his apartment.
It's not a booty call or anything. I just.
Why would I go looking for a booty call, darn it?
Why wouldn't you?
That was my question.
Why the hell wouldn't you?
He's just Mr. Opposite.
I know.
I'm not
and
sure.
he's having a really sensitive day.
Yes.
You mean oversensitive?
Overly.
He needs a damn it all.
I know.
Boyer?
Yes.
You and Abramowitz.
Yes.
San Diego's own Lewis and Lewis.
Yeah, there's no Martin in that
No.
equation. You're both Jerry.
San Diego's own Dumber and Dumber.
Nice.
Nice, David.
Dumbest and dumbest.
I know you don't actually mean me, but
You're okay with the Jerry Lewis reference, but not the Jim Carrey reference.
Well, I guess. I don't know. I thought the Jerry Lewis reference was a little antiquated, but that's okay.
Oh, busting your chop.
yeah,
You know, they
The
broke
old
up
man,
their
reference.
basically calling you an old antiquated man.
Yeah, this is from a guy who lives deeply set in 1974.
Yeah,
I
4 or
don't know.
5.
Is that it? So
something
what's
like
that?
6.
30 years ago?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin got together in the late 40s, David. Were a club act and broke up in the mid-50s. Also did many feature films.
What is the model year of your newest car?
It's a 1990.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that your Ford?
Yeah.
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 That's a
1990. Yeah, and then before that, it's 83.
Big jump back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, how old's the bread truck?
78.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, the shaggin' wagon. It's the mobile stand.
Have you ever shagged in it? Have you ever shagged in any
no.
of your vehicles?
Yes.
Which one? With who? When? Where?
Not the bunny car.
Yeah, the GTI.
I've
The
ridden
GTI,
that.
the bunny car? Where?
Yeah. God,
How inconvenient.
Been like 85. Yeah.
Cramped.
Well, the back seat folds down, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that how you did it?
And so did she. So that worked out pretty well.
Comedy.
The comedy stylings.
Titter giggle.
Come see the comedy stylings of Chris Boyer today.
Oh, my God.
When? Where?
Tonight.
Where?
8 o'clock.
Where?
At Pounders in Escondido,
You're
125
going to be
West
funny?
Grand.
You're going to be funny?
Oh, we're going to be hilarious.
Oh,
as funny as
ick.
Martin and Lewis.
Oh, you're icky.
Yeah. Plus,
See,
we'll have
there
some
was no
great-looking
Martin in
chicks.
the equation.
All right, Danny Valor. Go ahead and give the plug. Go ahead.
It's the first qualifying round tonight. Starts at 8 p.m. Pounders is at 125 West Grand in Escondido. Show up early. It will fill up quickly, and you don't want to be left outside wondering what's going on indoors.
Right, there are 4 qualifying rounds. We start in Escondido, then Sante, Rancho San Diego, and La Mesa. So make your plans to attend the one or the ones that are most convenient for you, and then the finals, as always, at Dick's Last Resort.
And if you are a hot chick or you are a guy who knows a hot chick, send them to 101kgb.com and have them sign up. Because
Yeah, how do you do that? You got to go to the website?
You go to the website. That's the best way. It gives you all the information right there. You do need to pre-register.
What if you're hot and you just show up? Let her in. Come on.
Yeah, you know, if we don't have our full cadre of chicks, we might just do that. But bring a bathing suit of some sort, and I would call first just to find out what the requirements are.
Okay. As always, the sluttier the better, right?
Generally, that is the case.
Yeah. Is it audience judging or stodgy, puritanical judges from the radio station?
It's both. The stodgy, puritanical judges.
You can't have both. You can't have both.
Well, there is one big section for audience participation. So if you're showing up to be in the contest tonight, bring your friends. That's good advice.
But you can't have both. Who's judging, ultimately? The stodgy, puritanical people from the radio station?
Yeah,
that blows. You ought to let the audience judge.
The audience reaction is a huge part of it.
Do you have like a Randy Jackson, Paula
who
Abdul?
is the ultimate decision?
It is the stodgy, puritanical.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the third time, I'll say, that blows. You ought to let the audience decide that.
I didn't set it up.
Well, set it up. It's your bit. You're the host.
Make it your job.
For the 3rd or 4th year in a row. Come on, take charge, buddy.
We like to work with O'Douls, who has been with us for 4 or 5 years on this.
Tell them how to do it.
Make something that works for them as well.
Tell them how to do it.
We understand the importance of our sponsor participation.
Take charge of your bit.
It's not worth it.
He's way into it, and you'll see it tonight.
I want to go.
Mm-hmm. 8 to 10 o'clock tonight. Pounders is at 125 West Grand Avenue in Escondido. And that is round 1 of Miss World Class 2004. And you can hook up with the Bromwoods. You know who's scheduled to appear on the show today? Joan Cusack, one of my favorite
I love
actresses.
her.
Yeah, not really a headliner, but I just like everything that she does.
She enhances everything she's in.
She's really cool. I like Joan
Fabulously.
Cusack.
Me too.
You what?
I like Joan Cusack. I really do. Go ahead.
I like Joan Cusack. Enjoy yours as well, David.
It's 8 o'clock on KGB San Diego. Here is Route 66.
Thank you so much. Brought to you by Sleep Train Mattress Center. Slowing westbound 52 continues from Mast up over the hill from Sante. Westbound 8 slows in La Mesa from about Spring Street to Fletcher Parkway. Westbound 94 heavy from 30th into downtown. North 805 slows in the South Bay from the 54 stop and go up to the 94, then Balboa to the 52. South 5 slows on the coast in North County, La Costa to Manchester. South 15 slows in Escondido, then Camino del Norte to Mercy. North 15 heavy from Balboa to the 52, and then from Mercy to Poway Road from an earlier wreck. Experience the broadband difference now with Roadrunner high-speed internet for only $29.95 a month for 6 months. Get faster downloads and free antivirus protection, too. Roadrunner high-speed internet. I'm Ruth 66 with ESC 101.5 KGB.
All right. Chainsaw, give me a good all right.
All right.
Are you ready for Corey's ass story?
Yeah. Get ready.
I've given you enough time. I've given you 2 hours. I've given you 2 hours to man up and get ready for Corey's ass story. We heard this yesterday. We had a long downtime during shooting for one of the scenes in the movie that we're doing for this fall. Corey is one of the guys who works with us here at KGB, and he was doing a little stand-in role for us. And this particular scene required us to be here in our studio.
Right.
And just to look like we're talking. Look like we're doing our show, while the camera shot us from another studio through a window.
Right.
Couldn't hear us. We're just supposed to look like we were chatting, doing our show, talking.
Yeah. So we did.
And so we were looking for stuff to talk about. And Corey started telling us about all his boating misadventures. If you're ever on the high seas and you see Corey from KGB, head for deep water.
Yeah, run.
Hit the throttles and move.
Why?
He may be the worst Popeye ever.
Captain Corey.
And he stays on freshwater lakes. I mean, he's not even out in the ocean, and he's had all these mishaps.
I'm telling you.
And yet he keeps buying boats, one boat after the other, he kept telling us about.
He can't even trail his boat.
Hence the ass story.
All right. So he's telling us a story. He's got some kind of a, I don't know what kind of boat he's got, but it's obviously
A ski boat.
speed boat of some kind because it goes fast. And was this Lake Mead that they did this?
Lake Mead in Arizona.
He's telling this story, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. He and several friends are out on his boat. Don't know who was driving. Some woman.
Sister-in-law, something
Something like that.
Yeah.
Corey and several family members, friends, are on a giant inner tube. They're being towed
3 people are on this inner tube.
on the inner tube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've done this.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But they're doing it at 40 miles an hour. An inner tube.
And that's way fast on the water.
It's fast on the water, but an inner tube?
Because you have no control. You have no rudder. It's not like water skiing.
It has no pointy bow.
Nothing.
You know, an inner tube really cuts through the water.
Nah. You just bounce around.
I couldn't believe it when he told me they're going 40 miles an hour.
I know.
Well, the 3 of them are on this inner tube, this gigantic inner tube, going 40 miles an hour. Help me if I miss anything.
Well, the woman
when
driving
I'm
the boat
recanting the story
is not used to driving a boat with
Is that
skiers.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a good thing that she was going 40 and towing
Right.
people.
And she comes close to this rock jetty, as he described it to us.
And so she puts the boat into a hard turn.
Mm-hmm. Because she doesn't want to hit the jetty.
Now, you know what an inner tube or an inner tube which has no control at all. A skier can
Whip
turn.
out.
A skier can turn, though.
Right.
A skier can turn.
They can control the amount of curve they take on a turn.
But an
behind the
inner
boat.
tube is just going to whip out.
Nothing else you can do.
It just whips way out. So she turns hard right, and what does the inner tube do? Goes hard left.
Hard left.
And that's when Corey looks up and sees this rock wall.
Mm-hmm. He claims he had 10 seconds.
10 seconds to
figure out what to do.
Because everyone's going, what do you do? Split second. And that's when he says to us, not me. I had about 10 seconds. I'm like, dude.
I said, then you're just stupid.
That's what
you should have bailed.
I said, you must be the worst boater ever.
Yeah.
He said he had 10 seconds, and that's when we all said, well, then you're stupid.
Yeah.
Because he said he didn't want to bail out because he thought he might skip like a rock across the water.
Which,
now,
yeah, you will, but you will go down into the water quickly.
10 seconds, traveling 40 miles an hour, you're not going to skip that far.
Plus, and this is what I thought about last night because this story won't get out of my head, if you bail off, you're not going to keep going forward. You're going to go backwards.
Whatever.
You're off the motion of the inner tube.
No, you keep going forward.
Imagine how far you have to travel going 40 miles an hour in 10 seconds.
Right.
Unless you're made out of smooth granite,
right,
you're not going to skip that far.
Exactly.
And that's when we said, well, then you're just stupid.
Yeah.
And he decided to hold on.
Very tightly.
And they crashed.
They hit the rock.
Oh, no.
Into the rock wall.
Oh, wow.
And I think the woman was his wife that was on the inner tube with him, and then her brother, was it?
I don't know.
Or a guy friend.
I don't
guy.
know. Didn't pay enough attention. That's when he said, by the way, the rock wall was made out of that kind of lava rock.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they hit, and as Corey tells the story, it was like, oh, my God. But they managed to hold on. Well, 2 of them did. One hit the rock wall and skidded. And you know what you wear when you're in a lake in an inner tube?
Trunks, and that's it.
That's it. Skidded across the lava rock jetty.
Ouch.
And then back into the other side of the water. And that's when they heard screaming. So they go over to the guy, and he is just cut up all over the place.
Yeah.
Shredded, as you would expect.
Hamburger meat was the description he used.
His shoulder, leg,
Back.
everything. Just really messed up. But there was one particular injury that he focused on that had us all twisting in our chairs. And this was this gigantic puncture wound in the guy's ass, which caused a chunk of fat to hang from the wound.
Ow.
Well, it saves on liposuction. I mean, serious. Oh, my God.
So the dilemma.
They rescue this guy, finally.
Yeah.
And these guys were like Night of the Living Dead, brain-eating zombies. They're all in shock.
Right. Sure,
Okay?
of course.
Yes.
God.
So they get the guy back on the boat. They notify paramedics, and they said he was medevaced out. But while they were waiting for the medevac people, they decided to do a little home paramedic work. And they've got the guy flipped over, and they're examining said ass and said puncture wound with said chunk of fat hanging out from it.
Ow.
And the debate goes, should we stick it back in or should we cut it off?
I vote for sticking.
Stick it back in.
No.
They cut it?
They cut it off.
Stupid.
What did they use? Does that happen to have the surgical skills?
Oh, they bit it off, Ruthie. Think a
I'm
knife.
listening to him tell his story. It's like, how hammered were you?
Oh, I know.
They cut it off.
Oh, Jesus. Which resulted in an ass infection.
Of course.
Yeah, you got an ass infection. Guy had 2 a-holes now. Gigantic puncture wound.
Think it is? Wow. And do we know how his
Give it
recovery went?
Months. And he said his
6
ass
months.
wasn't right for 6 months.
And Corey would know.
And the long-term effects?
He's got a dent there.
They shouldn't have cut the fat chainsaw.
Shouldn't have cut it.
No, you don't do that. Can you have like other people's liposuction results put back in a lipo transplant? Perhaps?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's never wise. I mean, Jackie Kennedy has it right. Try to put it back together and let the doctors do their job. Wow, that is tough stuff.
It was really bad. And I'm just wondering, there was no one on the boat who says, I'll tell you what, I say we don't stick it back in. I say we don't cut it off. I say we wait until the doctor gets here.
So they were all hammered.
Yes,
I don't know.
Hammered and then in shock. That doesn't help. Nobody benefits from that.
How could you even want to get near it? I won't touch it to cut it off. Jesus.
And what about the guy who's flipped over on his stomach?
What are you doing back
What are you
there?
doing?
What are you doing back there with my ass fat?
I know. I'd ask for a mirror so quickly. Let me see what you're doing. Don't you touch that.
It's like arrows you don't pull out, javelins.
No.
If you see someone walking around with a javelin through their head and unable to turn around in the hallway, leave the javelin in, let the doctors.
And didn't he say something to the effect that the paramedics had said, with a puncture wound like that, you don't mess with it or something like that?
Hello? That's basic first aid.
Common sense.
Everyone knows that. Except for hammered people and like me, I guess.
Push it back in and put a bandage on.
You don't touch it.
You don't touch
Let
it.
the doctors
Wait until
deal
the
with it.
professionals get there.
Leave the ass fat alone.
Was he bleeding to death?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No. He was cut up. He's rashed up, that's for sure.
Wow, so if he wasn't profusely bleeding, there was no emergency to do it right away.
Yeah.
Well, he was in severe pain because the road rash sometimes is more painful than...
Well, that's like a huge cut.
Huge.
A cut is just a line, but road rash is like it's the worst.
In the movies, they just pour some booze on it.
You drink the booze.
Well, that too. And you pour some
waste it on the
but that
on the
sterilizes
wound.
it, right?
Rash is the worst.
I don't know. I'm not sure I would rely on booze.
The guy ate Lava Rock Jetty.
At 40 miles an hour.
40 miles an hour.
And probably faster because they were whipping around.
Whipping, exactly.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Dollar.
I don't have it.
Change.
I don't have it.
Nothing?
You have change for 100?
I do.
I have 20s, I think. I went to the ATM the other day.
Thanks a lot, Boyer. You're letting me down.
I just sat here like a bump on a log.
He saw me write the note, and I know he purposely sat back and didn't participate in this conversation because he didn't want to pay off the bet.
And now, what was the bet?
The bet was, I bet Shelley $1 that you would contribute one specific detail of the conversation. Do you know what it is?
The speed.
No. You didn't do it. You didn't bet. I mean, you didn't say it.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
You didn't do it.
What type of engine?
No.
But something about the boat.
No, what caused the puncture wound on the ass?
Oh.
Oh, the rocks.
You don't remember?
You don't remember. I am shocked.
No, I don't.
The force of the collision, the people sitting on the inner tube with the rock jetty, drove his ass into the valve stem.
Oh, my God, that's right. Ah!
Thanks a lot. You cost me $1.
Wow.
Just change for 100 if you can get change for 20.
Well, Boyer was in the room. He wasn't paying attention. That's his job. That is...
I don't usually lose those bets. I usually win those bets.
I usually don't take them because I know I'm not...
Was that a Schrader-style valve, Dave, or was that just a...
Oh, now you're here.
Thanks for showing up.
Oh, God. Oh, that is awful.
Do you have change for 20?
I need my $1 right now.
I'm just making sure I get it. Before you go double or nothing on me.
I haven't had change for the past couple of days. I'm walking around with a $100 bill. You can't buy anything with a $100 bill. I go into Starbucks, where the coffee costs like $100.
Right?
Yeah,
Hi, can you change 100 now? Well, you suck, don't you? You just suck, don't you? I'm pretty sure if 3 people buy coffee from you, you're going to have change for $100 in the till. So why don't you stick your meat hooks in there, Millie, and make change for me and make me a tall mocha.
Mocha.
Chainsaw Sports is next on KGB. You're a great guy, Steve. You're on the KGB. What's going on, Steve?
Oh, Dave, you're absolutely killing me. Your description, I know it so well because I was born and raised in Vegas, and those rocks, just walking on them alone, let alone skipping across 40 miles an hour, I can't even go to work today.
Skipping across those rocks on your chest, your back, your bare legs, virtually naked.
Well, not only that, the bacteria in the water on the cuts alone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a fun place. It's like, I always describe it as the center of the earth.
When he was telling us the story yesterday, we were all like, gee.
Just scrunched up and crying, whimpering for mommy.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
And to give you
I've had so many experiences myself just growing up there, and I just had to call in because I'm like, I mean, I'm twisting in my chair right now.
I know it. We were yesterday as well. And to give you an idea exactly what a Popeye this guy is, he then told us about the story when he was just towing his boat. And he's going downhill. And what was he towing it with? Like a Yukon or something like that?
Something huge. Something big enough. An Explorer, I think.
Yeah.
Big enough.
Big enough to tow a boat. And he's going downhill, and he's maxed out at 25 miles an hour.
Right.
And he, well, that must be the way it is. I don't know.
What's going on?
Someone signals him to pull over. He goes out and he checks the trailer. He had the brakes on his trailer, and the rims on the wheels on the trailer were glowing red.
Fiery molten red.
Yeah. The fact that he was going downhill floored
Didn't he?
in an Explorer and was maxing out at 25 miles an hour didn't cause him any alarm.
And he's our sales manager.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't pointed that out.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wow. And then, remember, he told us he went ahead and released the brakes, finished on, got to his destination, and then came to put the boat back on the trailer, and the moltenness had just melted the rims. Fused the brakes together.
Yeah, fused them.
Wow. So he had to leave the boat at the lake.
Yeah.
Sounds like Lake Mead was the perfect place for him to be.
Quite a boater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, love your show.
Thanks, I love yours.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hijinks on the high seas.
It didn't take me that long to realize that I'm not a boating person, even though we grew up in boats. I just didn't realize how much work Dad had to do.
You had boating mishaps, didn't you?
Well, I had two, remember?
Did you, sink?
Almost.
What happened? You forgot to put the plug in the boat or something?
I didn't. Remember Pete Fox and I owned that boat together? And
I didn't know you were part owner. I thought you were just stowing it for him.
No. I had helped him with the down payment, which has all been repaid. Everything's good. But he said, yeah, use it anytime you want, but I want to keep it in your carriage house before I made it into an actual guest room. And that was cool. It was all great. And so the first time I took it out, my friend Dickie was visiting from Dallas before he moved here. Dickie! And I said, hey, we're going to go out on the boat.
Yeah.
And he,
He was already dressed in a sailor outfit,
So we launched on Mission Bay, which I'd done a million times before with Pete and his gang of friends, and I get it out through the channel, and we're out in the kelp beds off OB, and I stopped it, and I had the dogs with us, and Dickie, and all of a sudden, we're just kind of drifting, and I turned the engine off, and Dickie's getting green. He goes, I didn't tell you, but I get seasick. I'm like, oh, God.
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
What are you doing here?
I'm a little nervous. I tried to start the boat, and I flooded it. Couldn't get it started. And he goes, well, just call someone on your cell phone. Why do you
Watch
have a
out,
cell
you'll
phone?
flood it. There's always some old man walking by. Watch out,
you'll flood it. I flooded it. So I took the cover off the motor, and I thought, well, we'll just hand crank it.
Yeah.
Well, Pete had taken, that rope was bothering me. I took it off. So we had to wait it out. So that's first mishap. And so then I try again. I take 3 friends out and my 2 dogs, and we have an ice chest, and we're going to stay right in Mission Bay, and we're going to water ski a little bit, and we're going to barbecue steaks on Fiesta Island.
Did you water ski?
Yes.
Yes. Shelley Dunn.
Not that particular time, but yes, I have. When I was 40 years old, I was on a slalom ski in Mission Bay.
You poised yourself on water skis and skipped across the water.
Well, I grew up water skiing.
Wow. Would love to. Well, I believe that.
But
I
had not skied in a long time.
Didn't Pete
I'd like
water
to be
ski
there for that.
in bare feet?
One of his buddies can barefoot ski. and it was cool to watch. We went out early one morning. So anyway, I've got my friends, 3 friends, so it's 4 people all together in the boat, and I'm driving, and we're just having a fun time, going really fast on Mission Bay, and as fast as you can. And after about an hour, 45 minutes, I look down, and the cover to the water ski chamber where you keep your water skis and the rope and everything is floating up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, this is bad. And I looked around. I said to my friend Jim, look and see if the plug is in the, every boat has holes in the back so you can drain any water that might have splashed out. Pete's left it in the cup holder from the last time he used it. So we've been riding around just letting the boat fill up for almost an hour.
Did you get that plug in pretty quick?
The plug went in very quickly, but now I've got this issue of a very heavy boat, and I turn on the pump to try and get the water out, and it's broken.
Sure it is.
Which Pete hadn't told me about.
It's quite a boat you got.
I know.
Got
I'm like,
holes,
Pete,
it's broken.
What are you doing
Can't
to
start
me?
the motor.
Well, the rule is, and this was, when I grew up water skiing and in boats, the rule is you take the plug out and then you put it back in.
Put it back in.
Never leave it out. And it was my bad because I should have checked. Well, then I thought, I've seen my dad do this a million times. Just get it up to really high speed and all the water should rush out.
Right.
Can't even get it going that fast because it's too damn heavy.
Wow.
So I go back to the dock and I say, everybody get out and here, take the keys to my car and back that trailer down. Quickly.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to get scared. And my friend can't back the trailer down.
No.
And I'm yelling at
it's
him.
going sideways and crooked.
Right,
and
because he's nervous. And, normally he probably could have done it, but he was nervous. And so we finally get the boat up on the trailer, and it drained for 90 minutes. Just water just pouring out of this chamber.
That's
underneath.
scary.
It was horribly scary, but we're not going to let that ruin our day. And there's still plenty of sunlight, and it's summer, and it's a Wednesday, and I'm like, let's just have fun. Let's go ahead and
do it again.
Let's go do it again. So we do, and the plugs are in, and everything's great, and we go to Fiesta Island, and we pull the boat up on shore, and we start the fire, and the couple are romantic, they're having fun, and their buddies there, and my dogs are running around, everything's great, and so we have the steaks, and this was a great afternoon. I'm glad we came back out. I'm glad we didn't let this ruin it. And I look down at the boat as we're getting ready to pack everything up, and it's 40 feet away from the
How'd that
water
happen?
line. Tide went out. So 4 adults can lift a boat, just not very easily, and what killed me was Pete was so anal about that boat. I mean, he would scrub every little dot. This would have killed him.
Had you anchored it or something, or what?
No, we just pulled it up on shore, and then the tide went out, and that kind of was the anchor for us. That boat wasn't going anywhere. So our choices were try and move it or wait until the tide comes back in. So we tried to move
So the boat was dry docked?
highly.
So what did you do? You waited for the tide?
No,
You shoved
we
it?
shoved it back in, scraping the bottom. Probably, I don't know what.
Now,
we
who
thought.
was Gilligan in this group?
Who was your
me.
crew? Who was your crew?
Probably me. Well, a friend of mine named Jim and his then girlfriend, and a friend of theirs from Wisconsin.
And I'm guessing you pushed it backwards with the blunt stern end, dig it in, the propeller.
Well, that's where the guys had to lift up a little bit, then the
Right.
girls had to shove.
Yeah.
It was a very clumsy maneuver, and I'm sure anyone watching us pointed and laughed. But it was the last time I took a boat out on my own.
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for it anymore. It's too hard. There's too much work involved, and it turns out I'm a landlubber.
Now, is that typical of where you were cooking on the sand, that people will just ground their boat?
I saw other people do it, but I think they were keeping a closer eye on the tide than I was.
Because that'd be a pain in the ass. You'd always have to be running out and pushing your boat out a little
Exactly.
bit. That's a drag.
Yeah. And we grew up on lakes. We didn't have to even
Right.
think about the tide.
Right, yeah.
So it was common practice at Lake Texoma or Lake Murray or Lake Washita.
Texoma.
Texoma.
We can't decide if we're Texas or Oklahoma.
It actually is on the border between Texas and Oklahoma.
Right.
So they naturally call it Texoma.
Oklahexas.
Uh-huh.
Texarkana.
Well, we were at Lake Texoma a lot because that's where Grandma Dolly lived with Tiger, the Chihuahua.
Nugga-nugga-noo.
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 I'm going to get it. I'm going to get that hamburger on your toe.
I'm going to get it.
I'm going to get it.
I'm going to get that hamburger on my big old lady toe.
Now, kids, pretend you're going to get it or he won't eat it.
Nugga-nugga-noo.
I hate that story.
Just
Hamburger on the toe.
Just think of that meat dangling off that old lady's toenail. Think about it.
No.
And then think about this for think about you being the animal that's to go up and eat the meat from the old lady's toe.
Oh, killed me.
Eat the meat from the old lady's toe. Write it down, Boyer.
Gotta do it.
It's my new band.
I know Grandma Dolly is laughing about this somewhere.
Thank you. I got a little distracted. We will get the chainsaw next here on the KGB. First, here's Route 66 as she daydreams about eating the meat from the old lady's toe.
Brought to you by Sleep Train Mattress Centers. There's a wreck southbound 15 right at Auto Parkway. Has traffic backed up to the 78 where it was already slow all morning long, like it always is. Also, some. Oh,
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Better eat it, Tiger. I'm gonna get it.
Crunchy meat.
It's also slow right around Poway Road. South heading from Acadia to Manchester.
It's on the big toe.
Hey, you got too close to the toe. You got some toe with that bite.
He would too. He'd snap a little bit, you know, when you were really playing the I'm gonna get it game.
Ruth, be a professional, will you?
Stop.
Please.
Thank you.
Just eating a hamburger off a toe.
Come on, grow up.
North 805 also slow right around the 52. Experience the broadband difference now with Roadrunner high-speed internet for only $29.95 a month for 6 months. Get faster downloads and free antivirus protection.
It's not a standard disease. It's a fungus. It grows deep underneath the nail. In fact, the yellowing is so bad. When I take off my socks at night, there's actually yellow stains.
That's from the hamburger.
And they're giving you like a foot.
Frank is
fair. No, they've given me medication. And the smell is rotten.
Dude, calm down now. I just died.
Dick. Yeah. You're on. Yeah, when? How long? No. You've been on. Go. Go. Good morning, I'm Dick Brown. These are the stories.
Take a hold of his thumb and break it if you have to. Get his thumb.
All right, Ruth, can you please close your mouth when you chew?
Roadrunner high-speed internet. I'm Route 66 with Dave Shelley and Jake on the 105 KTV.
Back live on the internet, 101kgb.com. Thanks to I2B Networks. I2B hooking us up with live streaming on the internet. They are San Diego's very own internet service provider. They invite you to rediscover the internet service the way it used to be. The letter I, the number 2, the letter B, I2B Networks. All right, let's get a sports update. We're way overdue. The Chainsaw's here on KGB and
Well, good morning, Plank David, and hello again, everybody. In the sports world, the Padres got hammered in Colorado last night. But before they did that, they lost a baseball game to the Rockies, 13-6.
Okay.
But as has been the case for the better part of a week, the Dodgers did the same. Monkey see, monkey do, win or lose. The Padres and Dodgers cannot seem to separate themselves and remain in a virtual tie atop the National League worst division. The Dodgers are now 24-20 after losing 2-1 in 12 innings at Milwaukee, and the Padres 25-21 play the rubber match in Colorado today. First pitch, 12:05 our time, no television. Baseball rarity. Darryl Ward hit for the cycle for Pittsburgh in the Pirates' 11-8 victory in St. Louis. Single, double, triple homer, one guy, one game. Joining his father, Gary Ward, who hit for the cycle for Minnesota back in 1980, the first father-son cycle combination in Major League Baseball history. Darryl Ward becomes the 23rd player to achieve a cycle in the 117-year history of the Pirate franchise. 1887, their first year there in Pittsburgh. Ruth 66.
Yes.
In 35 years of franchise existence, how many Padres have hit for the cycle?
He's dead. He's dead.
Who?
6.
What?
I don't know.
6?
Hit for the what?
The cycle. That would be one player hitting for a single, double, triple homer in
I
one
answer
game.
the questions even when I don't understand what the question is.
So how many Padres have ever done that? And you're saying 6?
I was trying to be like Boyer. You know, you just kind of sound like you know what you're talking about.
You are off by 6.
Oh, no one?
None.
Jeez.
No, not 12. None. No Padre has ever hit for the cycle. Although earlier this month, our Padre right fielder had his chance to make franchise history.
Brian Giles, the batter. 1 home run away from the cycle. He's got a single, double, triple. He needs a long fly ball, and he needs to send that baby out of here. He'll be pedaling home with a cycle. Here's the 3-2 delivery to Brian Giles. And that's ball 4. They walked him. Brian Giles trotting over the first sack. Brian Giles still got training wheels on that cycle. Walking home to tell mama.
What does that mean?
We still don't know, but superstition theorists contend that had MLB.com announcer Bud Schlitz had his typical 8 beers during that play-by-play sequence instead of just the 2 that you heard, Giles might have hit that home run after all. Alas, no Padre player has ever single, double, triple homered in the same game.
So he's walking home to tell mama.
Yeah. It must be some sort of old
No
expression.
cycle.
Yeah,
No,
no
he's got
cycle.
no cycle.
He's got
He's
no
gotta
cycle.
walk.
He's got to walk home. He tells his mama and has a beer, apparently. Meanwhile, in the National Bath,
in the California desert, they found bones of a prehistoric porpoise. And they're saying it's interesting because this porpoise's upper jaw sticks out a lot further than his lower jaw. So I figure he's got to look like... And they're already trying to figure out if this upper jaw was used for, like, mating or catching fish. I'm thinking, what if it's just a goofy-looking fish? You know, like a dork fish. He's like, oh, this ain't the ocean. Woo! I better buy me some water. Because can you imagine if you were fishing and you caught a dork fish? Because you know your friends would be like, hey, man, what kind of fish is that? You'd be like, oh, nothing. Because you know that fish would stick his head out of that bucket. I'm a dork fish. He called me on a corn dog. I was swimming underneath the ocean, and I said, what's a corn dog doing underneath the ocean? But you know me, boy. I love them damn corn dog, boy. Woo! I saw that bad boy up in it. Boom, I was in the boat. That's the last thing I know.
Skateball Association. The Detroit Pistons defeated the Indiana Pacers 85-78 to take a 2-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals.
What?
Yeah. And the Lakers lead the Western Conference Finals 2-1 and can take a commanding 3-1 lead if they beat Minnesota in Game 4 tonight, 6:15 on TNT, live from Staples. Once again, Kobe Bryant will be spending the day in a Colorado courtroom and then flying to Los Angeles for the game. The flight takes an hour and 45 minutes, but because of the time zone change, he only loses a net 45 minutes on the clock. Interestingly, last October, when we changed our clocks back to standard time, Kobe actually arrived in Los Angeles 15 minutes before he even got on the plane in Colorado. I know it's complicated. Don't worry your pretty little head. And I don't mean to be condescending. No. I'm not that way. Condescending is when someone talks down to you, but you're probably not bright enough to grasp the concept.
Oh, shut up.
In other sports, David.
How'd it go last night on American Idol? Did Columbia win the...
Taser, you idiot.
I know how
we have some medicine
fan you are of that show and how protective you are of Calypso.
Taser, you idiot.
And for some reason it channels the Arnold puppet
I know.
through you, and I don't really understand that.
Stop it.
Okay.
Something you don't know. I don't mean to be condescending, but All right.
Oh, shut up.
It is 8:58 and 6 seconds. I'm still talking. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, hi.
Chainsaw brought to you by Express Tire. Express Tire's May liquidation sale is on now, and all tires must go. Tires for less. Call Express 1-888-EXP Tire, and it'll be Shelly done. In the news dress. Next on KGB.
Harley Days of May is brought to you by AutoZone. For the best parts and the best prices, get in the zone. AutoZone.
I'm at Pier 19 holding a contest to prove that nothing goes down easier than Newcastle Brown Ale. Gentlemen, are you here for the contest?
Yeah, the contest and stuff.
It looks like your friend here is wearing a pair of concrete boots. Is it your hypothesis that he'll go down easier than a Newcastle Brown Ale?
That is precisely my hypotenuse.
And what is the point of the duct tape across his mouth there?
Come on, let's get started.
All right. First, why don't you push your friend here into the bay? Wow, he did go down very easily.
Thanks.
But try this Newcastle Brown Ale.
This is quite refreshing.
And which goes down easier, the Newcastle or your friend there?
I'm going to have to go with the Newcastle.
Proof that nothing goes down easier than Newcastle Brown Ale. Never heavy, never bitter, just surprisingly easy to drink. Newcastle Brown Ale. The other side of dark. Imported by Scottish and Newcastle importer San Rafael, California. Drink responsibly, drive responsibly.
Run, and we win the big game. But now I can't play.
My Danny fractured his wrist sliding home, so he's out of action for a month. That's a lifetime to an 8-year-old.
No matter how smart medical technology gets, at Kaiser Permanente, we believe there's no substitute for the human touch. Meet Dr. Eddie Wills, pediatrician.
I've seen Danny since he was, 3? I know what baseball means to him, so I can tell him about the baseball legend who broke his arm when he was Danny's age. Or I can simply say,
I can play in the playoffs. I can play in the playoffs.
Dr. Wills even signed his cast. It says, Danny Tobel, MVP.
At Kaiser Permanente, your doctor really gets to know you because you get to choose a doctor you can see on a regular basis. And that's comforting, especially when it's a doctor like Eddie Wills, who knows the healing power of the human touch.
Save up to $250. Personal watercraft riders, wakeboarders, and water skiers in California. Now you can save big. Up to $250 big. That's right, $250. You don't have to fill out any forms or enter any contest to save up to $250. All you have to do is wear this. A life jacket. How simple is that? Just wear your life jacket while you're water skiing, wakeboarding, or riding your personal watercraft, and you'll save up to $250. Because if you don't, you'll be fined up to $250. That's right, fined up to $250. And kids under 12 must always wear a life jacket on a moving boat. It's the law in California. So wear your life jacket and save up to $250. You might even save your life. This message is brought to you by the California Department of Boating and Waterways, who recommends that you take a safe boating class. For more info, go to boatsmarter.com. And save now or pay up to $250 later. Cash, checks, and credit cards accepted.
Your Ford leader in San Diego is Perry Ford. Save north, save south during Perry Ford's massive Memorial Day sell-a-thon at both convenient locations. Perry Ford of